We are here at Hard Row to Hoe. Tell us a little bit about this, the story of your winery, because this has an interesting story.
Yeah, we rebranded the winery at the end of last year. Our old name was Balsamroot, a name we loved. My husband picked the name, so we had a lot of sentimental connection to it. Problem is our customers didn't remember the name, so we decided to rebrand. And when we did that, we wanted to use some kind of local history, some kind of local folklore to rebrand. We hired a historian to go out and do some research for us. She came back with 4 or 5 cute stories, one of which was about an old story at Lake Chelan. Years ago, there used to be a copper mine up lake, and there was a local man who started a rowboat taxi service, taking the miners from the mine at Lucerne across the lake to a brothel at Point Lovely. Hence the name Hard Row to Hoe, which is the new name of our winery. So it's cute. It's a double entendre, of course, and it's easy for people to remember, more importantly, because of the story associated with it. And it's even more memorable because it's a Lake Chelan-based story. So it's worked out well for us.
So does that make you the madam of the...
I am the madam, yes. The madam of the wine.
You're the Heidi Fleiss of the Chelan wine industry?
Well, I don't know about that.
Do you have a little black book?
Maybe I should get one.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun with it in the tasting room. You know, our tasting room is designed as an old-fashioned bordello, and we just have a lot of fun with it. We're trying to take some of the pretension out of wine drinking and get some younger people more interested in the wines, and I think the fun nature of our theme helps to do that. And of course the Hard Row to Hoe, when people catch the double entendre, that breaks the ice right there.
Right.
So it's fun.
Tell us a little bit about the wine, the vineyard, the operation overall.
Yeah, we have 6 acres of vineyard, so we're real small production. We only make about 2,000 cases a year. I'm the quality control. Everything has to go through my palate, and I believe if you get to do more than 2,000 cases, then I'm unable to do it all personally. So I taste through all of the barrels and all the tanks myself. You get to do more than that, and you end up having to hire it out. And I'm a control freak, so 2,000 cases is just about right. Our 6 acres is farmed all organically. We don't use any chemical pesticides or herbicides on the vineyard. And we had our first estate crush last year. And it's in the barrel of Cabernet Franc, and it's delicious. Meanwhile, we're sourcing grapes from throughout the Columbia Valley. We get our Cabernet Franc and Zinfandel from Luke Slope. We're also doing Pinot Gris and Sauvignon Blanc from the Mattawa area as well, to tide us over until our vineyard comes into full fruition. We just started planting in 2005, so it's going to be a couple of more years before we start getting our own grapes in. And we've got a little bit of everything planted out there. We have Cabernet Franc and Malbec is the 2 reds we have planted. We also have Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Gris, Chenin Blanc, a little bit of Riesling, a little bit of Gewürztraminer. So it's still kind of like a science experiment out there still. We're trying to figure out what's going to grow best on our site.
The Chelan industry, the wine industry here, has really blossomed just in the last half decade. And do you kind of feel like you're still on the leading edge of that? What do you think is the possibilities down the road?
Well, no, I think that there's there's at least 2 or 3 new vineyards and wineries planning to open up in the next several years. So I think it's still a growth industry here, definitely. There's only 14 wineries. We just got our AVA a few months ago, and that literally put us on the map. So we're all still growing. I think everybody is increasing their production. More tourists are coming to town, and that means more customers in the tasting room. And so I think we're still a kind of newly discovered area and a lot of growth potential. Okay.
Anything else to add?
You know, we're making really good wines here. The Lake Chelan wines are really fantastic. We have a really unique growing situation here with the lake as a heat sink. We're a little bit cooler than the Columbia Valley, and I think our wines are quite distinctive.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.